Can we get a job with average or below average English speaking skills? Definitely yes. Let me clarify. Your English speaking ability does not determine your good communication skills. English is just a language, it's just a medium that you use to convey your thoughts. What's more important is your communication skills. Okay, so now let's talk about the importance of English speaking in job interviews and the success ahead that you get with it in your career. What are the situations when English speaking is a must-have skill and a situation where it's not so important? And sometimes you can even get through with poor English speaking skills as well. I know it's not a shocker for you. You must have come across people who are not very great at English speaking, but they are successful in their career. How? Because they have chosen their career as per their primary skill set, not as per their secondary skill set. And you can do that too. So you will learn two things in this video today. Number one, the logic behind why few of the jobs need English speaking skill as a must-have, while others may not require it to that level. Number two, how can you identify your primary skill set and which are the jobs for which English speaking is not required to that extent. Once you understand this concept, you will not have to ask anyone ever in your career that will I be successful in that particular career if I have average or below average English speaking skills. You will be able to answer it for yourself. I'll break it down all for you guys. Stay tuned. Welcome to Corporate Diaries. Welcome back, guys. Though English is a highly desirable skill in corporate environment because it is the most widely spoken business language in the entire world, so it's highly desirable, but it really depends on the profile for which you are appearing for job interview, for which you are applying for, whether English is a primary skill set of that or not. As a HR myself, I have hired students who were not that great in English, or their communication skill was not up to the level I would want them to be, but still there were many factors that led them to that offer letter. Let me make you guys aware of those factors. So far you must have heard about the categorization of non-technical jobs or technical jobs, but there exists one more categorization of skill which determines whether these skills, communication skill and English language skill, will be required, and if required, how much required, to what extent you should be good at that. And that categorization is, in any job role, what is the primary skill set, what is the secondary skill set, and what is its good to have skills. For any job on this earth, there exist these three categories. This categorization is not mentioned on every job description. Some mention it, few just skip it, but silently every recruiter and hiring manager practice this categorization during the hiring process or the interviewing process. Primary skills are the skill set for that particular job role which cannot be compromised no matter what. Secondary skills are the skills which can be looked at with little more leniency. The hiring manager can be lenient on those. If you are not so great with those skills as they are secondary skills, they can be looked at, or they can hire you and groom you after hiring on those skills. And then comes the good to have skills. These skills can be skipped altogether if the person is really good in primary skill set and secondary skill set. These are like good to have, like a icing on the cake. If the candidate has these skills, it's good. If not, it's okay. For any profile in the world for which English speaking and great communication is a primary skill, then you will not be able to clear the interview if you don't have your English language and command on communication skills to the extent the job demands. But for the job roles for which English speaking and comm skills are secondary skill, there's a good chance that you can get through the interview with average and a little below average of these skill set as well. And if it is a good to have skill set in that profile, maybe you can get through with even poor skill set for English and comm skills. Now next time, whenever you have this confusion in your mind that I'm not sure with the kind of English skill that I have, will I be able to clear the interview? You have to just do this. Ask yourself for which job profile you are appearing for the interview, and English speaking falls into what category for that profile, whether it's a primary skill set or it's in the secondary skill set. Let's say, for example, the job role is of software developer role. You can take any example. I'm just trying to make you understand. You can do these steps for any profile, any job role. So let's say it's a software developer role. So we all know what are the primary skill set for a software developer. Number one, the programming skills. Number two, fundamentals of algorithm and data structures, and then your ability to arrive at the solution. Now, we are very clear that English speaking does not fall into the primary category. That means it's falling into either secondary category or good to have category. We don't know. We are not sure. It's not written in the JD, but it's clearly not in the primary category. Now, when you appear for the interview, have confidence in your primary skills. Let your primary skills shine, because that is what required on primary basis. Don't let your fear of not being good at secondary skill overshadow your capabilities of primary skill. I hope you are able to follow what I'm saying. You have to let the interviewer know that whatever primary skills they are seeking for in a candidate, you have them, and you have them like nobody else. If during the interview at any given point of time you feel stuck because of those secondary skill, because of your lack of confidence in the secondary skill, choose a different language. Maybe English mixed with Hindi, or English mixed with the regional language, or maybe the regional language itself, and explain the logic to him like nobody's business. Don't let your lack of confidence in a secondary skill ruin your performance for your primary skill. Please don't do that. I think that's a very common sense, but most of the students don't realize it. The whole point is you have to let that primary skill shine through you. If you are great, exceptional, good at the primary skill required in that job, nobody can reject you if you can project it well. If you can project your primary skill well, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are at your secondary skill. Now, as I said, not all the employers put out these details on the job description, but there are a few underlying rules which you can keep in mind, which can help you to determine whether English speaking is a primary skill for that particular role or not, whether it's a secondary skill or it's a good to have skill. So today I'll give you guidelines with the help of which you can easily determine in which category the English speaking will fall for the job profile you are aiming for. And these guidelines are beginner specific. I mean, they would more relate to the job profiles of freshers and students. For experienced professionals, these can vary significantly. Okay, so the guideline number one is for all the technical profile, which includes some kind of software development, website development, some kind of tool development, which is more of system oriented or tool oriented. For such kind of profiles, one is always required to spend more time with the system, with the software. So in such cases, the need to be really good in English language becomes secondary. So for these profiles, you can easily map out English to be a secondary skill. Second, for the transactional jobs like finance, your payroll, then banking transactions, administration, basically the operational stuff, for these kind of profiles, the English language, the need to be good at English language becomes a good to have skill mostly. So that means if even you are below average in your English speaking, you'll get through these roles mostly. But you have to be good at the primary skill set, as I said. And the last and the third one, For the management oriented job profiles, for example, your HR, project management, then your professional services, or any kind of coordination stuff where you're required to coordinate things with C-level people, your CEO, CFO, CEO, and people around them. If you are dealing with them, there your English speaking, the business language, and your clarity of communication is the most important thing, is the primary skill set. There, if you have even like average or above average skill, it will not do. It will not do, no matter, regardless of what everybody else is saying. While the answer is no, you'll not be able to scale in those kind of profiles. You have to work on your skills to bring them to up to the mark if you are aiming to have a career in that direction. It's very clear. Now you can decide for yourself, you can answer for yourself whether you'll be able to clear the upcoming interview you have or not, because all you have to do is you have to answer what is the primary skill set of the job role for which I'm appearing for the interview. The simple funda is the profiles, the job roles where the employee will need to interact with various stakeholders, whether internal inside the company or external outside the company. There, the need of business language, clarity of communication, your command over expressing your thoughts is required more than anything else, because half of your work will include talking, whether verbal or written, and if you are not good at that, how will you scale in that career? Now say for example, here on this channel I'm teaching students and freshers the fine practices of corporate and the ways of corporates through this YouTube channel. What do you think if I don't have command over the language, whichever language I may choose, if I don't have a command over that and I don't have clarity of thoughts, the communication skill, I'm not able to convey what I'm trying to convey, then do you think I'll be successful in this career if I choose to? No. Regardless of what my parents say, what my friends say to encourage me that no, you should give it a try, you definitely can do, there are 1,000 people out there who are doing it successfully. You know the reality, I know the reality, we all know the answer. Why? Because good communication skill is the primary skill set for this kind of profile. As simple as that. So guys, I hope today's session gave you the clarity, the answer to your doubts and your questions that you had, whether your current level of English and communication skill can get you through that job interview or not. That's all for today's session, guys. Keep watching more content on this channel and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.